Tuesday afternoon, friends. Check this out. Isn't this amazing? I just got this last night. I have been researching some recipes, and one of them, they cooked it in this Ninja foodie cooker. And I researched, found one on sale at Walmart. The kids went to Walmart last night, and I told Mason, I said, pick this baby up for me. Look at this. I've never had something so fancy. Now, I'm not getting rid of my old slow cooker. She is a jewel in my life, and you know how much I rely on her. But look at this beauty. This beauty does some things that my little slow cooker does not. First of all, we got this little spoon here on this lid. How nice is that? This comes out. The inside is non-stick, up to 500 degrees that you can pop this in the oven. Not the lid, just this. So the features of this, you have slow cook, sear and saute, bake, braise, steam, and keep warm. Now my other little slow cooker doesn't do all that. So I can brown up the hamburger, throw the chili in, all in the same pot. This is going to be a game changer. And I'm going to use it today. We're going to use it today for the first time together. They didn't pay me. They didn't give me this free. I'm just excited because you know how I love a good slow cooker. I'm getting home from work 35 minutes later than I usually do. So we're going to make a baked shrimp casserole, if you will, if you want to call it a casserole. I call everything a casserole. Now, if you don't have one of these, put it in the oven. It applies to the same recipe. I'm going to use it in this just because I'm excited to try it and see how it does. So let me get this out of the way here so we can get on with our recipe. All right, so we're going to need, I'm doubling the recipe because, well, we can eat a lot of shrimp. So I've got 2 pounds of shrimp here that I peeled and took the skin off of. This is it skin? Not skin. You know what I mean. I peeled it. Peeled it and took the tail off. And this is raw shrimp. So we're going to add some seasoning to that. We're going to add some Creole seasoning. This is 2 pounds of shrimp. We were laughing in the car yesterday when we went to my uncle's. I was on the way home. We were laughing. We were talking about how much shrimp could each of us eat. You don't want to know how much Mason said he could eat. It was pretty funny. Okay, so I'm going to add that. So I added Creole seasoning, onion powder. I've got some, of course, paprika. And then I've got some Aleppo pepper. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 1, 2. And then we'll scoop out some garlic. I'm going to do probably a half a tablespoon here of garlic. There we go. That in there. And my salt. There it is. And some salt. All right. Now, I'm going to seal this up. Make sure I seal it up. Not like when I fried the chicken and I flew flour everywhere. Say that 5 times. Flew flour everywhere. All right. I'm going to take this. I've got 1.5 cups. Now, if you don't have this, do this in a baking dish. 1.5 cups of chicken stock, chicken broth, chicky broth, and 6 tablespoons of butter. Preheat your oven to 430. This, I think, only goes up to 425, so that's what I'm going to use. Usually a 9 by 13 baking dish, or whatever's appropriate for your, if you're doing only 1 pound of shrimp. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to plug it in. Turn it on. There's a power button. It says hi. Hi. We're going to choose the bake feature. I'm going to put the temperature up to 425. That's as high as it'll go. And I'm going to set the time to, I think, I'm going to do 25 minutes. It may not take that long. And then there's a start button. And there we go. So, got that on. I'm hoping. I'll put the lid on. And now I'll come back and give that broth time to heat up, and maybe that butter to melt. I'm going to stir up the shrimp. If you don't like shrimp, oh, I forgot to take my paper towel out. I always put a paper towel in there to kind of absorb some of those extra moisture. All right. Sorry about that. We're gonna mix up that shrimp again. All those seasonings there. I'm gonna give that a minute to hang out. I could have done that before I went to work, but I did not because I forgot. All right, so our topping, we've got some breadcrumbs here, panko crumbs. Panko breadcrumbs here. I've got a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This is going to be the topping for our casserole, our shrimp casserole. Now I'm going to fix a side of rice with it. You could fix noodles. You could eat it as is. You could leave off the breadcrumbs for a low carb shrimp meal. You could add zucchini spirals. You could add your cauliflower rice. Go. I like cauliflower rice, but I cannot eat it. It absolutely kills me with my diverticulitis. White rice is fine. I don't know, something about the cauliflower, maybe the texture, the fiber. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait. All right, so there is our topping, our Parmesan cheese. Now, this probably isn't going to get crispy as much as the cooking in the oven will be. But I could take this out and put it in the oven and brown it if I want to. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably just going to let that go. All right, now we're going to add our shrimp to the slow cooker here. Go. Just pour it in. I'm going to give it a quick stir. I'll tell you something, that smells good already. I'm going to add the topping to the top. I'm just going to spread it. I just spread the shrimp all around, and I'm going to just spread the topping all around. There we go. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit more of the paprika right on top of the breadcrumbs. And a little bit more of this Creole seasoning. Tony's Creole seasoning is my favorite. Voila. We are done. Okay, so I'm going to pop the lid on. I'm going to leave it go for 22 minutes. I might need a little bit more time, but we will see because this is my first time using it. So while it's going, I'm going to prepare some rice. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. It's the moment of truth. Okay, so it was more closer to 18 minutes with this instead of the 25 that I set it for. I stirred it once to make sure the shrimp was all getting circulated and could cook through. I don't want to poison myself or have to go back to work. Also, if you don't like shrimp, you could do some cod. If you're fortunate enough to have some lobster or some crab meat, you could do that. If you don't have a Ninja cooker, it's put in the oven. Same recipe, 425 in the oven. Cook it till your shrimp is ready and pink and makes the letter C. I see I'm gonna eat you. Let's check it out together. Here we go. I like this big, nice viewing window here. gonna lift this off. Steam facial. Oh, friends. Now, I knew the breadcrumbs wouldn't get crispy. I knew that going into this. But it thickened up that sauce, and I want you to look at that gorgeousness. Shrimp, rice. Got me a little bit of rice here in a bowl. And I'm going to scoop some of this up. Now, I was thinking while this was cooking, this would be great to add in some asparagus and have you a meal in one here. But look at that gorgeous sauce. I mean, come on. Let me scoot this over here. I want you to be able to see this. About 18 minutes. Oh, I mean, doesn't that look amazing? Let's give it a try. It's hot, it's hot. Friends, I'm speechless. Let me tell you something. I love shrimp and grits. Brock does not like grits. So this is what this reminds me of. It's a flavorful shrimp and grits. This has so much flavor. You can play with the seasonings, add what you like, add you some peppers if you want. I've given you the basic recipe, but I'm telling you, this right here, friends, is absolutely delicious. You can make it spicier, put you in more hot sauce, more cayenne pepper. You do you. But I'm telling you what, this recipe, whether you do it in the slow cooker, the Ninja, if you have one, or the oven, it's fabulous. I thank you for being here today. I am going to go scarf this down before I go back to work. I'm going to call Brock in and see what he thinks. I'm telling you, this is a winner. Bye, friends.